The alien fleet entered the star system without fear. Their ships were old, powerful, and tested in many wars. Each one was larger than most cities. Their engines burned blue and gold as they slowed near the yellow star. To them, the system was quiet. Too quiet. No defense lines. No warning beacons. No patrols. Only one small ship floated near the third planet. The humans called that planet Earth. The alien commander, High Overseer Kael'ren, studied the image on the main screen. The human ship was simple. Thin armor. Weak energy signals. No visible weapons worth mentioning. It looked like a scout ship built by a young species still learning how to survive in space. Kael'ren felt no threat. This must be their first contact, he said calmly. Around him, other officers agreed. Some even smiled. A first contact was always the same. A young species reached space, sent signals, hoped someone would answer. Most were scared. Some were curious. All were weak. The human ship did not move. It did not flee. It did not attack. It did not send any signal. It only watched. Sensors showed no weapons charging. No shield increase. No panic signs. That was strange, but not worrying. Many young species froze during first contact. Kael'ren ordered a standard greeting message. Transmit peaceful contact signal, he said. Use basic universal language. Slow tone. The message was sent. Seconds passed. Then minutes. The human ship remained silent. Some officers laughed quietly. They are afraid, one said. They do not know how to answer, another added. Kael'ren raised a hand for silence. Something felt off. The human ship suddenly powered up a communication beam. A reply came through. Not fast, not rushed, carefully timed. The message was short. Signal received. Hold position. That was all. No greeting. No questions. No excitement. Just an order. Several officers exchanged looks. A strange choice of words, Kael'ren said. He leaned closer to the screen. The voice in the message was calm. Not shaking. Not confused. Not impressed. Prepared. Kael'ren studied the ship again. Small details began to stand out. The hull was old, but not weak. The design was simple, but clean. No rush repairs. No damage systems. This was not a ship built in fear. This was a ship built with purpose. Kael'ren ordered deeper scans. The results came back confusing. The ship's power core was limited, but stable. Its systems were quiet, but extremely efficient. No wasted energy. No noise. No panic signals. Like it had been waiting. Perhaps they learned from others, one officer suggested. Maybe another species contacted them first. Kael'ren shook his head slowly. There are no records, he said. No signals. No war remains. No ruins. The system showed no signs of earlier visitors. And yet, the human ship sent another message. We repeat, hold position. Still no fear. Still no respect. Just control. Kael'ren felt irritation rise. This is not how first contact works, he said. He ordered a small escort ship to move closer. Slowly. Peacefully. No weapons armed. The escort ship advanced. The moment it crossed a certain distance, alarms rang softly. Not danger alarms. Detection alarms. Something had noticed them. Far beyond the human ship. Space moved. At first, it looked like shadows. Dark shapes against darker space. The stars behind them bent slightly, as if reality itself was being touched. Officers froze. Sir, one whispered, we are detecting structures. Kael'ren's eyes widened. Large objects began to appear on the sensors. Massive, ancient, hidden until now. Their energy signatures were low, but deep, like oceans under ice. The human ship did not react. It had already known. Kael'ren realized something terrifying. The human ship was not guarding Earth. It was guarding the galaxy from Earth. The human ship sent one final message. This system is under observation. You are not cleared to approach. You are not the first to arrive. The words echoed in the command chamber. Not the first. Kael'ren felt a cold weight settle in his mind. If this was not humanity's first contact, then where were the others? The hidden structures continued to wake. Slowly, silently, patiently, Kael'ren understood the truth too late. This was not a meeting of a young species. This was a test, and the galaxy had already failed it. The Galactic Council gathered within hours. Holograms of the human system floated above the circular chamber. Stars, planets, and the single small human ship were shown again and again. The hidden structures detected earlier were listed as unknown anomalies. The mood was relaxed. Too relaxed. Elder strategist Vorn spoke first. His voice was old, calm, and full of certainty. This species is young, he said. Their technology is simple. Their ship is small. Their silence is fear, nothing more. Several council members nodded. Another representative laughed softly. Every first contact looks the same. Confusion, delay, weak words. Humans are no different. High Overseer Kael'ren stood silently at the edge of the chamber. He did not agree, but he also did not interrupt. His report had already been recorded. The council had read it and dismissed most of it. They sent orders, Kael'ren said carefully. They did not ask questions. That is panic, Vorn replied. A frightened species tries to sound strong. The council accepted that explanation easily. Records were opened. Humanity was classified as a Tier 4 civilization. Not dangerous, not advanced, not important. They were marked as educable. Plans were made quickly. A cultural exchange, a controlled presence, a lesson in galactic law. Some even suggested future ownership of the system. Their planet is rich, one council member said. They will not protect it well. Laughter followed. Kael'ren felt unease grow inside him. He remembered the calm human voice, the careful timing, the way their ship had not reacted to danger. But the council had already decided. A second fleet was sent, larger, louder, more visible. It was meant to show power, without using force. The galaxy had a tradition. When a young species made first contact, they were shown the truth early. You are small and we are many. The human system would learn that lesson today. As the second fleet approached, the original human ship did not move. It did not call for help. It did not retreat. It did not warn Earth. It only remained where it was, watching. Alien commanders interpreted this as acceptance. They have no choice, one said. They know resistance is useless. Signals were sent again, longer messages this time. Friendly, but firm, explaining rules, borders, authority. No reply. Minutes passed. Then the human ship answered. We acknowledge receipt. Hold your position. The same words. Exactly the same. Annoyance spread to the alien ranks. They repeat themselves because they know nothing else, a commander said. The second fleet continued forward. Behind them, council members watched live feeds. They spoke casually, already bored. This will be over soon, Vorn said. After this, we move on. But something else was happening. Across the galaxy, ancient monitoring stations began to activate. Long-forgotten observers turned their focus toward the human system. Some civilizations remembered old warnings. Most ignored them. Humanity was too small to matter. That assumption spread like truth. On Earth, deep beneath the planet's surface, systems older than recorded human history began to wake, not in panic. In routine, data flowed through silent networks. Distances were measured. Ships were counted. Intent was analyzed. No alarms rang. There was no emergency. This situation had been expected. Back in space, the second fleet crossed the same invisible line as the escort ship earlier. This time, the detection alarms did not stop. They spread across every ship, every system, every sensor. Not attacks, not weapons. Observation. Kael'ren felt his chest tighten. They are watching us, he said quietly. Of course they are, a council member replied. Any young species would. But Kael'ren noticed something the others ignored. The human ship had turned slightly. not to face them, but to face outward toward deep space, toward the hidden structures, as if it were aligned with something much larger. The human ship sent another message. We advise you to stop. That word struck Kael'ren hard. Advise, not plead, not request. Advise. The council dismissed it. They think they have power because we allow them to exist, Vorn said. Soon they will learn their place. Orders were given. Move closer. Activate presence beacons. Show the humans the size of the galaxy. The fleets advanced. The hidden structures responded, not violently, not suddenly. They simply became visible. Massive shapes unfolded from dark space, too large to be ships, too precise to be natural. The council chamber fell silent. What are those? Someone whispered. Kael'ren answered before anyone else could. They are not defenses, he said slowly. They are records. Data streams poured in, ancient signatures. Timelines longer than galactic memory. Humanity had not just survived. Humanity had observed. They had watched empires rise and fall. They had learned when to speak and when to stay silent. The council finally felt it. Fear, not because humanity was attacking, but because humanity was calm. Too calm. The human ship sent one final message to all fleets. This contact was permitted. Your assumptions were noted. Proceed carefully. The council understood too late. They had mistaken patience for weakness and silence for ignorance. The galaxy had made a simple mistake. It assumed humanity was new. The alien fleets slowed their advance, not because they were ordered to, but because something deep inside them said to wait. The human ship remained in the same position, silent and steady. It did not glow brighter. It did not raise shields. It did not prepare weapons. And yet, every alien sensor stayed focused on it. High Overseer Kael'ren watched the ship closely. The longer he observed, the clearer one truth became. This was not fear. This was control. The council demanded answers. Open a full channel. Elder Strategist Vorn ordered. We will speak directly. The signal was sent. For the first time, the human ship responded immediately. A clear visual formed in the air above the command chamber. A human appeared, not wearing armor, not wearing royal symbols. No signs of power, just simple clothing. The human stood calmly, hands visible, posture relaxed. His face showed no anger, no fear, no pride, only focus. I am Commander Elias Ward, the human said. His voice was steady. I speak for Earth. Some council members smiled. One speaker, Vorn, said, as expected. Kael'ren did not smile. Commander Ward, Vorn continued, you are aware this is your species' first contact with the Galactic Council. The human tilted his head slightly. No, he replied. Silence filled the chamber. Vorn frowned. You misunderstand. This is the first time your species has been recognized. Ward shook his head slowly. This is the first time you noticed us, he said. The word struck harder than any threat. Murmurs spread across the council. Ward continued, his voice unchanged. We detected your fleets long before they entered the system. We detected your council debates before you reached conclusions. Vorn leaned forward. Impossible. You lack the technology. Ward did not argue. He gestured calmly. Behind him, the image shifted. Stars moved aside. Records appeared. Ancient star maps. Long timelines. Markers showing conflicts, collapses, disappearances. Civilizations the council recognized, and some they did not. These are encounters, Ward said. Not with you, with others like you. Kael'ren felt his breath catch. Where are they now? He asked quietly. Ward looked directly at him. Gone, he said. Some destroyed. Some collapsed. Some left the galaxy. The council chamber erupted. This is a lie, Vorn shouted. If such events happen, we would know. Ward nodded once. You would, he said, if you had survived them. Silence returned, heavy and uncomfortable. Ward spoke again. Humanity learned early, he said. The galaxy is loud. Those who speak first often die first. Images changed again. Early human colonies, silent stations, hidden fleets, observation posts buried in dark space. Humanity had not expanded loudly. They had spread quietly. Watched, learned, adapted. Kael'ren finally understood. "You hid," he said. Ward corrected him gently. "We listened." Vorn's voice trembled with anger. "If you are so powerful, why not reveal yourselves?" Ward's answer came without pause. "Because power invites challenge," he said, "and we were not ready." The council saw it then. Humanity had not been waiting to meet the galaxy. Humanity had been waiting to outlast it. Ward continued. "This contact happened because you crossed a boundary we protect." Vorn sneered. "Protect from what?" "Us." Ward's eyes hardened for the first time. "From yourselves," he said. A pause. Then he added, "And from what comes after you." The hidden structures around the system pulsed softly. Not weapons. Archives. Warnings. Safeguards. The galaxy's forgotten history. "You believe this is first contact?" Ward said. "It is not." He looked directly into the chamber. "It is an evaluation." Kael'ren felt something he had never felt in war. Not fear of destruction. Fear of judgment. Ward's voice softened again. "We do not want conflict," he said. "We never did." "Then why show us this?" Vorn demanded. Ward answered calmly. "Because you assumed we were weak," he said. "And assumptions end civilizations." The human image faded slightly, but his voice remained. "Humanity speaks now because silence is no longer enough." The channel closed. No threats were made. No demand were given. Yet every council member understood the truth. The galaxy had spoken first. Humanity had listened. And now, humanity had finally replied. The Galactic Council did not speak for a long time. The image of Commander Ward had vanished, but his words stayed behind like a heavy shadow. No alarm sounded. No weapons fired. Yet every being in the chamber felt exposed. High Overseer Kael'ren broke the silence. "He did not threaten us," he said quietly. "He did not need to." Elder Strategist Vorn looked shaken, though he tried to hide it. "Images can be fake," he said. "Records can be created." But his voice lacked strength. The council ordered full scans of the human system again. Deeper this time. Slower. Careful. The results changed everything. The hidden structures were not defensive platforms. They were archives. Massive data vaults spread across deep space, each one older than many galactic empires. They were placed at exact distances, forming a silent network around human territory. These were not built in a hurry. They were built with patience. Technicians began to decode the data streams. At first, it looked like noise. Then patterns appeared. Timelines, star maps, names of civilizations. Some were known to the Council. Others had been erased from history. The Council watched as records played out. A proud empire entered human space thousands of years ago. Humanity was young then, scattered, weak. The empire demanded obedience. Humanity did not fight. They retreated. They hid. They watched. The empire moved on. Later, that same empire collapsed after war with something else. Humanity survived by staying silent. Another record appeared. A different species. Curious. Friendly. Wanted alliance. Humanity spoke this time. Shared knowledge. Shared trade. The species grew fast. Too fast. They attracted attention. They were destroyed. Humanity withdrew again. Kael'ren felt sick. "They learned from others' deaths," he whispered. More records followed. Invasions. Plagues. Artificial stars exploding. Entire regions of space going dark. Humanity was always there. Never leading. Never ruling. Never loud. Always watching. Always surviving. "This is impossible," Vorn muttered. "No species chooses weakness for so long." Kael'ren answered him. "Only one that understands time." The truth became clear. Humanity did not aim to win wars. They aimed to outlast them. On Earth, more systems activated. Ancient shipyards hidden inside moons powered up. not producing fleets, but checking them, counting, measuring readiness. Human military leaders did not shout orders. They reviewed checklists. Everything was already planned. Back in space, alien fleets began to pull back slowly. No commands were given. Instinct alone guided them. The galaxy had misunderstood something critical. Humanity's calm was not confidence. It was experience. A new message arrived from a human network, not from Commander Ward, from an automated system. This data was recorded for all who would listen. The message continued. Humanity does not seek dominance. Pause. Humanity prepares for extinction-level events. The Council watched another record. Something old. Something vast. Not alien fleets. Something worse. A dark shape moving between galaxies. Civilizations disappearing without war. No communication. No survivors. Humanity had seen it and prepared. They were not hiding from us, Kael'Rin said slowly. They were preparing for something else. The Council understood. First contact was never about diplomacy. It was about deciding whether the galaxy was a risk or an ally. Vorn's voice was quiet now. And what is their decision? As if answering, a final message appeared. Contact continues. Observation ongoing. No judgment given. No approval. Just patience. The galaxy felt small. For the first time in its long history, it was not the observer. It was the subject. Kael'Rin looked at the stars beyond the chamber. They do not fear us, he said. They fear what we might wake. The truth settled like gravity. Humanity had never asked for permission to exist. They had earned it by surviving everything the galaxy forgot. And now the galaxy knew. The galaxy did not sleep. Within hours, the knowledge spread beyond a galactic council, not through official channels, not through announcements, through whispers, broken signals, and fear-driven leaks. Humanity was not new. Humanity had been watching. That single truth shook thousands of civilizations. Trade routes changed overnight. Fleets altered course. Border defenses powered up without explanation. Old rivals stopped fighting, not out of peace, but out of distraction. Something far more dangerous had entered the story. Panic came first. Several smaller empires ordered immediate retreats from all systems near human space. Their leaders remembered the records shown by the archives. Civilizations that spoke too loudly. Species that expanded too fast. They did not want to be next. Some commanders disobeyed orders and fled early, abandoning posts and allies. Entire stations went dark to avoid attention. Silence became the galaxy's new language. Fear followed panic. The larger powers reacted more slowly, but their fear ran deeper. Ancient war empires reviewed their own histories. Battles they had won. Enemies they had crushed. And asked a terrifying question. Had humans been watching then too? Strategists rechecked old sensor logs. Strange gaps. Unexplained failures. Missing data dismissed long ago as errors. Now those errors felt deliberate. Humanity had been close. Closer than anyone knew. Respect came next, but it was quiet. No one sent congratulations. No one praised humanity openly. That would require courage. Instead, respect showed itself in distance. Borders near human space became neutral zones. Weapons platforms were powered down, not up. Fleets slowed when passing near Earth's territory. Not because humanity demanded it, because no one wanted to be noticed. High Overseer Kael'Rin watched the reactions from his command chamber. He had fought many wars. He had seen fear before. This was different. This was a fear of misunderstanding. One message arrived after another. Private channels. Encrypted signals. Requests. Carefully written. Carefully timed. Some civilizations asked for confirmation. Others asked for forgiveness. A few asked for protection. The council struggled to respond. Every answer felt dangerous. Every word could be misread. Then something unexpected happened. An alliance request appeared. Then another, and another, not loud ones, not public ones. Quiet agreements, shared observation, shared warnings, shared silence. Civilizations that once ruled through strength now sought safety through patience, just like humanity had. They wanted to learn, not human weapons, human restraint. Kael'ren realized the galaxy was changing. Empires that thrived on fear found their power fading. Threats meant less when the strongest presence in the room did not react to them. Humanity did not speak during this chaos. They did not guide. They did not interrupt. They simply watched the reactions and learned who panicked, who respected, who adapted. On Earth, Commander Ward stood before the Planetary Council. Screens showed the galaxy in motion, fleets pulling back, treaties dissolving, new quiet alliances forming. "Do we respond?" one leader asked. Ward shook his head. "Not yet," he said. "This part matters." "Matters for what?" Ward paused. "For the future." Back in the Galactic Council chamber, Elder Strategist Vorn looked older than ever. His certainty was gone. "We assumed control," he said quietly, "and lost it." Kael'ren replied, "We assumed humanity needed us." Vorn looked down. They never did. A final reaction spread across the galaxy. Acceptance. Not peace. Not trust. Acceptance of a new truth. Humanity was not a rising power. Humanity was a fixed point, a survivor, something the galaxy would have to orbit around, not command. The Council received one final message from the human system. Short, simple, no emotion. Observation continues. Your choices are noted. That was all. No threats, no promises. But every civilization understood the meaning. The galaxy was no longer alone in the dark, and it was no longer the most patient thing within it. The galaxy grew quiet, not the peaceful kind of quiet, the careful kind. Ships still moved, trade still flowed, messages were still sent. But something had changed. Every action now carried hesitation. Every civilization had learned the same lesson. Humanity did not rush, and because of that, humanity endured. High Overseer Kael'ren stood alone in the observation chamber, watching the distant stars. He had commanded fleets. He had crushed enemies. He had believed strength was shown through action. He now understood how wrong he had been. The strongest force in the galaxy had done nothing, and that had changed everything. The Galactic Council no longer issued commands with confidence. Every order was debated, every expansion reconsidered. Empires that once pushed outward without thought now paused at their borders. Time had become an enemy. Humanity had mastered it. On Earth, Commander Elias Ward reviewed the latest reports. The galaxy's movements were calm, predictable, exactly as expected. No attacks, no challenges, no sudden alliances aimed against Earth. Humanity had passed the test. One of the council members asked Ward a simple question. Was this really necessary? Ward looked at the stars on the screen before answering. "Yes," he said, "because now they will think before acting. And if they don't," Ward did not hesitate, "then we will still be here." That was the difference. Humanity did not depend on outcomes. They depended on survival. In deep space, ancient monitoring systems returned to low power. The archives sealed themselves again. Not forever, just until needed. The galaxy had been warned. The great threat humanity prepared for had not arrived yet. But when it did, humanity would not face it alone. Because some civilizations had understood. They had not panicked. They had not challenged. They had watched and learned. Quiet alliances formed in shadow, not for war, for endurance, for patience, for the long future. High Overseer Kael'ren sent one final personal message to Earth. Not official, not political, honest. "We misjudged you," he wrote. "That mistake will shape the galaxy." The reply came hours later. Simple. "We misjudged you as well. You learned." Kael'ren smiled for the first time since entering human space. He understood the final truth now. First contact was never about who arrived first. It was about who survived long enough to be ready. The galaxy had believed humanity was young. They had believed this was the beginning. They were wrong. This was the middle of a very long story, and humanity had already written most of it. The stars did not fear humanity. They respected them because, while others fought to be remembered, humanity fought to remain.